making the catch in the corner of the end zone, and Philadelphia is on the board.
Robert Massey trying to stay with Johnson. And the Eagles use this play so effectively. A little fade into the corner of the end zone when they get down close. Chris Carter has made a great season out of it. He's caught 4 against Dallas this way. And Cunningham has a great touch for this play. Angling away from the defender. In this case, Massey's trying to catch up. And Cunningham was perfect with it.
I really was looking for the flag. I thought Massey was going to get called for interference as he hits Johnson with the left hand. But boy, what a throw by Randall Cunningham. Almost a jump pass.
Roger Ruzek's extra point is good. That is Johnson's 17th catch of the season and his first touchdown. A wide receiver out of Long Beach State, and so the 60-yard pass to Byers, and then the 13-yard Cunningham to Johnson completion. And just like that, Philadelphia halves the lead.
The receiver is such, and the defender is at such a disadvantage on this. The defender trying to get into the play, and Cunningham just laid it in perfectly.
Away from my husband. but quite to the contrary, Monday Night Football, I think it brought families together, because I know my wife, so many of our friends our wives will sort of plan a little special occasion, and instead of sometimes on Sundays they would leave the house if they don't like the football games. So it brings families together. We all watch it together.
In New Orleans, Al Michaels, Frank Gifford, and Dan Dierdorf, 14-7 in favor of the Saints, with Philadelphia to kick off and Roger Ruzek to put it in the air for the Eagles. Ruzek, their 3rd place kicker this season, and tonight they go to their 4th punter. And Ruzek's kick is taken at the 4 by Paul Frazier, who brings it back out to the 20-yard line, and the Saints will set up shop there. Britt Hager comes down to make the tackle, and John Fourcade will lead him out with 12 minutes and 5 seconds to go in the half. Interesting little thing here in our never-ending effort to continue to enlighten you. The Saints, as you can see, have been ahead 57% of the time this season, tied about a quarter of the time, behind less than a fifth of the time this year, and there are the NFL averages at the bottom. And that's a team that's 7-7. So what it tells you, and Frank touched on it before, they've had the leads. They're used to having the lead at the half, at the end of 3, but they're only 7-7. And they've been subject to the teams coming from behind on them.
It'll make a coach take up a different profession.
They're usually forced to take up another profession.
Yeah, 1st and 10, and Fourcade is in the grasp, and Jerome Brown.
Well, Jerome Brown got everybody. After Fourcade, he was going after Ben Dreit. There was no one left. 2 Saints go down on the way to the quarterback, and the old adage, I guess, is a man not to be denied, and that's Jerome Brown. Just watch him in the middle of your screen. Number 99 is going against Jim Dombrowski, the guard. He pushes Dalton Hilliard all the way back and just absorbs Fourcade. That's brute strength.
I think if I were redesigning that, I might get Hilliard off of Jerome Brown.
Well, I think Hilliard was looking for Dombrowski to delay him a little longer than he did.
2nd and 20 from the 10. Hilliard in motion. He doesn't have to worry about blocking this time. Out in the pattern he goes. Fourcade has to scramble, and Fourcade moves out to the 15-yard line, picking up 5. Reggie White gets credit for the tackle, number 92. It's funny, they pay so much attention to White that people like Jerome Brown and Clyde Simmons having tremendous seasons. But, of course, Reggie used to being double-teamed and triple-teamed.
Instead of the Jerry Rice of the defense.
Well, I guess it's a twosome. It's either Reggie White or it's Keith Millard that most people argue back and forth who's the most dominant defensive lineman in the game. I know one thing. I don't know if there's anyone in this game capable of single-handedly blocking Reggie White.
3rd and 15 out of the gun. Play clock down to 4. And Fourcade fires to Martin over the middle and through his hands. And so Martin, who made those 2 fabulous catches on the 1 drive, had it right there, would have had the first down, and instead they punt.
Over the middle and through his hands to Jim Mora's doghouse we go.
Oh, we have seen some strong arming tonight. Randall Cunningham a moment ago off balance fired one. Fourcade really had smoke on this one. And there is a sure-handed receiver. We've watched him tonight.
Well, the problem is he couldn't catch it with only one hand. That's where Eric has been doing his best work this evening.
And he broke the route off perfectly, just enough for the first down. What would have been. Barnhart to punt. Good, high, very deep kick. Backing all the way up at the 30 is Anthony Edwards. And Edwards out past the 40. Down the sidelines he goes and into Saint territory to the 45-yard line where he's tackled by Joe Colbrand. So a good punt, but a good run back. A run back of 27 yards, and we have 10:27 to go in the half. Visitor, Mr. Walter Payton joining us tonight in the booth. What are you up to these days?
Well, right now I'm working my rear off trying to get this expansion team going down in St. Louis.
Ownership for Walter Payton. You've been working with this for quite a while, though, and you're going to be actively involved in it, I understand, Walter?
That's true. Right now we're working with the city, state, and county to facilitate the multi-purpose arena, which will seat about 70,000 people.
On first down, meanwhile, the pass a little bit behind Johnson, who had broken free, and Cunningham came that close to putting another 6 on the board here.
Walter, in reality, ever since you've retired, you've been working in the front office with the Chicago Bears. I know the McCaskies have worked with you. So, I mean, you've been in that inner circle for a while now.
Well, that's right. Ed McCaskey took me under his wings to show me the inner workings of the organization, which give me a benefit when I when and if I do get the opportunity. And that's been good for me. And one of the reasons that I retired when I did was because of this.
Oh, yeah? Maybe it's because you had all the records.
Got a question for you coming up in a moment, Walter.
Second down and 10 for Philadelphia from the 44-yard line as Cunningham drops back, fires over the middle to Jackson. He makes the catch and has a first down, taking it to the 31-yard line with Pat Swilling.
Well, if I could, for so many years, you, of course, on the offense, you were with Buddy Ryan when he was a defensive coordinator at Chicago. Are you surprised that he's mellowed so much over the years?
Not at all. Buddy is basically the same way he was when he was with the Chicago Bears. But right now, simply because he is the head coach, it's more focus on him. I don't think he's changed one bit.
Does he talk to you?
Yeah, Buddy, I saw him prior to the game, and he gave me a hug and a kiss. I don't know what to say about it.
He's going to hug and kiss Dan, and he couldn't get to him.
From the 32-yard line, the pass overthrown intended for Keith Jackson.
How about this quarterback, Randall Cunningham? We've talked so much about him. He's of course, one of the great superstars. But have you ever seen anything quite like it, Walter?
You know what? The first time I had an opportunity to see him play in person was when they played Chicago in the Fog Bowl. And I tell you what, I looked at the way he handled himself, the way he passed the ball, and how he hit his receivers. And if it hadn't been a foggy day, I think the score would have been a little bit different.
Sweetness, you're looking great. Thanks for the visit.
And good luck in St. Louis, Walter.
Second and 10 as Cunningham goes back to throw. Under pressure. Chase. Still looking and going the other way. And incomplete. Intended eventually for Anthony Toney, who in the playbook was probably choice number 5. So it'll be third down and 10. At the 32-yard line. 14-7 is the score in favor of the Saints.
Does Payton not look like he could walk right out there and do it all over again?
Oh, yeah.
He's a guy that's going to get it done. What do you say? He's never not done something he wanted to.
On third and 10, Cunningham hit as he throws, but the catch is made by Ron Johnson, and his forward progress should be enough to net him the first down. And Pat Swilling that time coming in to bury Cunningham as he released.
And you get the feeling, we were talking about it a moment ago, all of a sudden things are starting to shut down. The Eagles are starting to be the Eagles. Screw it down just a little tighter in each play.
Every quarterback in the league can throw the ball with a lot of zip on it when he steps into it. There aren't many that can throw the ball as they're falling backwards the way Randall Cunningham can. I mean, he doesn't even get a chance to step forward. Swilling is throwing all technique out the window, and yet this ball doesn't even have an arc on it. I mean, it comes flying in there like that. He's very, very gifted.
First and 10 from the 21-yard line as Cunningham fires, and Byers does a great job of staying inbounds, getting both feet down, and a first and goal at the 8.
And you can repeat that again, Dan, if you will. The same thing.
Same thing.
Off balance, just drilled it. Here it again. You won't find many quarterbacks with that kind of strength, just whipping it.
Again, no step, no chance to step forward, no classic technique. It is nothing more than just having a SAM missile, whatever you want to call it. It's very unique. Very, very few people that have ever had an opportunity to play this game have had